My name is Thembi Kgatlana. I play for SL Benfica and for South Africa national team. I have a lot, but a lot of people back home know me as beginning like the small one because of my height. My favorite moment in football was when I scored my first ever World Cup goal. For the first time, I'm also going to the World Cup to represent the national team. I'm a very ambitious person, right? Some of the things that I think about are just crazy. But I think the end goal for me is to be nominated in one of the FIFA awards, um, play probably a Champions League final. I know it'll take a lot, and I know it's possible. But yeah, I think those two are the most things I'm most ambitious about right now. Because of the era that we're living in now, the COVID-19 era, I'll find a hobby to read. Less time on my PlayStation and more time on my books. I'm currently reading The Life of Michael Jordan, you know, um, just to read how other athletes did it. Of course, also focusing more on what I personally want to achieve as an athlete. And I like to cook, but only when I feel like cooking. So people or someone mustn't force me to cook, because then I'll cook nonsense. My favorite food, of course, has to be South African, and it's pap and mogodu. That's my favorite food. Like every time I get home, I just want to have pap and mogodu. Pap is a staple food in South Africa, made out of corn. It's common food in South Africa that everyone eats, and they can eat it with anything, with any meat. You can also have it with milk. And mogodu is the intestines of a cow or of a sheep. So that's my favorite. It's been quite difficult, because most of the time you train with your team or in a team setup, and you are not usually used to training alone. So it's been quite difficult, but I have a strong personality and I'm preparing myself mentally, so I push myself and always expect a lot from myself to make sure that I push through the day and get my training sessions done. If I wasn't a football player, I'd be a graphic designer or an interior designer. Somewhere along the line, I used to love designing and art and drawing. Then I think I fell in love with the game so much that I sometimes forgot how to, draw and those things. But slowly but surely, I can still draw. But if I wasn't a soccer player, surely I would be a designer. My biggest sporting idol would be Sadio Mane. Recently, of course, also because of his successes and because of the person that he is. When I look at Sadio Mane, I look at myself in a female version. He comes from Africa, from a disadvantaged community, and he, worked his way up. He made sacrifices, had to leave home. So most of his storyline is almost the same as mine, but of course, everyone has different circumstances, and their level of taking risks are much higher in each case. So money is my role model. My message to the young girls that want to play football is for them to believe in who they are, right? Because in most cases, especially coming from Africa, where football is still known to be a men's game, it's quite difficult, to break the perceptions of our parents thinking that females are only supposed to be doing certain things or they are allowed to play certain sports. So those girls need to know who they are and what they stand for. So if they want to go out there and play soccer, knowing that this is, what they want to achieve through soccer. It's possible, and I can say that I testify that it's possible because also I was not allowed to play soccer, but I made it to where I am today. Amazing human beings.